Hello everyone, Surfing Pikachu here, back with another Boomsday card review. This time we'll be doing all the rogue cards. First up, 2 mana 3/2 Lab Recruiter. Valcry, shuffle 3 copies of a friendly minion into your deck. So this is basically gang up, except you can't target your opponent's minions, but that really never mattered with gang up. So yeah, this is just gang up, but with a body. And does that make that good? Yes, this makes this really good. Gang up saw play and sees play even in Wild right now. So this will probably eventually see play in some sort of deck, rogue deck, but it depends on what combos people brew up with this. But Gang Up always saw play for a while, so this will probably see play, especially since it's just better. Next up, Crazed Chemist. 5 mana 4/4 combo. Give a friendly minion +4 attack. So this will probably see play in Odd Rogue. This is like Cold Blood, except it's on a body, which is pretty nice. This will probably replace Cobalt Scalp Gain, but because that was just a 5 mana 5/5 that didn't do anything on the turn it was played. This at least does something. So it's a pretty okay card. It's adequate enough for Odd Rogue. Next up, Violet Haze. 3 mana, add 2 random Death Rattle cards to your hand. This is bad, don't play it. Kidding aside, it is bad, but there's a couple reasons why. First off, random Death Rattles that's a little too wide a range of things. There's really bad ones like Rattling Rascal, Ticking Abomination, but there's a couple really good ones. But there's just too wide of a range, and the average result of this isn't that great. So I would say it wouldn't see play, even in Death Rattle Rogue, which doesn't exist right now. Next up, Light Nozzle Crawler. 4 mana 2/4 mech. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 ooze with Poisonous and Rush. So the biggest problem with this is when you play it, just the 2/4. And you kind of waste 4 mana for it, so yeah. Death Rattle is nice, but if your opponent kills it, they can just kill that 1/1 really easily, and you don't get the benefit of it. So I don't think this will see play. I mean, it really needs good synergies to make it see play. And next up, 2 mana 1/1 mech Pogo Hopper. Battlecry, gain +2/+2 for each other Pogo Hopper you played this game. So with Lab Recruiter, just bounce cards. Someone will probably make a deck for this, even though it might not be good. The biggest problem with this is if you bounce it, that's kind of a waste of stats and waste of cards. But so you really want to make more copies of it with Lab Recruiter. The biggest problem is you also need to cycle through your deck quick enough. So this only really has synergy with itself. It needs other cards to bring it up. So we'll make a deck, but it probably won't be good enough. Next up, Necrium Blade. 3 mana 3/2 Death Rattle. Trigger Death Rattle of a random friendly minion. And there's the synergy for Blight Nozzle Crawler. Even though I don't think that card's good, this card is great because first off, the biggest problem with the rogue weapons in the past were that they didn't have much synergy with the Battlecry. And this at least has some synergy with the Death Rattle, because you can just trigger the Death Rattle by using your hero power, which is nice in a pinch. And it's 3 mana 3/2 weapon, which does see play. Even Fiery War Axe, as it is right now, does see some play. So this will probably see some play, even if you just need an okay weapon and you don't run any Death Rattles. But you're probably going to run Death Rattles with this, because that Death Rattle is really nice. It says random, but it's not going to be random. You can influence which Death Rattle you're triggering. You can just trade in all the Death Rattles you don't want to trigger, and then it just triggers the one you want to trigger, which is nice. So yeah, this is probably going to see play. Next up, Academic Espionage. 4 mana, shuffle 10 cards from your opponent's class into your deck. They cost 1 mana. So 1 mana Ultimate Infestation? Nah. 1 mana Innervate though. That's the real combo. But I mean, this card, the biggest problem with it is 4 mana do nothing. So you have to play this and then draw into something that you got from this. But the cost reduction is really nice. Most things aren't 0 mana, so you're not gonna usually get negative effects from this. So yeah, this is just a pretty okay card. There are some synergies with it. Like, you're not guaranteed to draw into your cards, but there are ways to like rig your deck so you're guaranteed to draw into cards, which is going to be upcoming. Next up, Requiem Vial. 5 mana, trigger a friendly minion's death rattle twice. So if you compare this to Play Dead, which you shouldn't because it's 2 different classes, but still, you compare this to Play Dead. Play Dead's 1 mana, triggering one death rattle once. If you use 2 Play Deads, that's 2 cards, triggering death rattle twice. So this should be 3 mana because the 1 mana plus 1 mana, and then just like it's like some sort of thing for like putting 2 effects together. But this, like, 5 mana is too expensive for this kind of effect. So yeah, I don't think you'll see play. Next up, Ira's Unstable Element. 5 mana, draw the rest of your deck. This is just insane effect. Like, let's say you're an aggro rogue and you run out of cards. You draw this, you top deck this, you won. You just draw all these cards and you just get this huge advantage. It really doesn't matter that you go into the fatigue. And there are cards that can help with that, like Lab Recruiter that shuffle stuff in. Like, this might see play even like as a combo. Like, you draw a Lab Recruiter, you draw the card you draw 2 Lab Recruiters, you draw the card you want to shuffle, then you draw this. You play this, that's fine. You lose all the cards in your deck, that's completely fine. You play a Lab Recruiter, you play another Lab Recruiter, shuffle a Lab Recruiter in, and then you draw, and then you play the minion you want to copy and shuffle that in, and then you get infinite Lab Recruiters and infinite one of those minions. So in that way, it's a good combo tool too. So this might see play as a combo and as like a good aggro refill tool. And next up, 5 mana 4/2 Myra Rotspring. Outcry, discover a death rattle minion, also gain its death rattle. So the problem with this card is definitely the stats. If it was like 5/3 even, that would be pretty okay because it discovers something. But gaining its death rattle could be useful, but it depends on what death rattles you're gaining. Off the top of my head, I don't actually know what death rattles are good with this, but there should be a couple, like maybe Loot Hoarder, because that draws cards. So you're gaining a card by it dying, and then you also gain a card by Discover. That could be a pretty good combo. But otherwise, the stats are really what's holding this card back. But people have been wrong about like weird statted minions in Rogue before, like Sherazin. So this might see play. And that's it for all the Rogue cards. See you next time when I do the last class. See you then.